What's up YouTube, it's Alex and I'm back at again for yet another video. So, there has been so much Marvel stuff going on and I have not been covering it. I am so sorry, you guys. The new Endgame trailer was released last night. There was supposedly a new Captain Marvel trailer that was released last night, but I was hearing rumors it's not as new as we all think it is. And the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer was released 2 weeks ago, and I never did a video on it. Oh, I thought I did, but, I guess I just thought that I kept thinking that I had done it, and, I did not. So, let's break down this trailer and see what you possibly missed in this. And if you have not seen the trailer, pause this video, go watch it. I'll leave a link down below in the description so you guys can go watch it if you have not. But if any of these theories that I have in this video come true, I'm sorry if I spoiled the movie for you. I'm still like 3 months before the movie's actually coming out, so unless I can secretly see the future, it's not going to be probably very good theories. But so, this trailer, as awesome as it was very exciting because if you guys follow Tom Holland, the guy who plays Spider-Man, on Instagram, he was actually showing this trailer live at, I want to say, 8 a.m. 8:40 my time, his time, because he was in California. It was like 5 in the morning apparently, and he woke up and you could watch the video of him sitting there waking up, showing the video to everyone. I actually did tune in right at 8:40 because I was like, I want to be one of the first people to be seeing this trailer because, I wanted to see if anything is mentioned about Endgame and anything is going to be spoiled. But nothing that much was spoiled. But so, let's talk about it. So the trailer starts off with Peter at a charity event for the Salvation Army. Maybe, I guess he's doing charity work now. But Aunt May has discovered that he is Spider-Man, even though we did see that at the end of Homecoming, that she kind of walked in on him in the suit and was like, what the, and then cut out. So we see that she's, kind of cool with that he is Spider-Man, and, her reaction from Homecoming has changed when she was like, if you see something like that, you run away. Now it's kind of like, oh, if you see something like that, you kind of should go towards it because you are Spider-Man and you have a responsibility. Maybe actually in this movie, she will actually say the famous lines that come from the comics and have not been spoken in this, in I think MCU at all, which is with great power comes great responsibility, which is so famous from, I think it was Tobey Maguire's adaptation of Spider-Man. Like in 2000, I want to say 2 or something like that, in the early 2000s. But maybe his aunt maybe Aunt May is the one who's actually going to be saying it in the movie, since Uncle Ben kind of died, and he was the one who ended up saying it in, I think, Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, and in the comics I think he said it too. But anyways. Then we see Happy Hogan is still alive, so, well, I guess everyone's still alive, because, the snap was undone, clearly, because Peter, he's, alive. But so, we see Happy Hogan come in with a giant check. If you look at it very closely, you can actually see that it is from Tony Stark's Relief Foundation. I can't remember what it's called, but if you pause it right when he is bringing in the giant check, you can actually see the name of it. I think you also see that Pepper Potts, her signature is actually on the check, but Tony's is not there. Leaving many to question, is Tony still alive, or did he actually die in the final battle of Endgame? We won't know until April 26th now, since that has actually gotten a new release date. It is now April 26th for the whole world. It was April 26th for only the UK, and then everyone else was going to see it a week later, and Marvel finally got it through their heads of, we probably shouldn't do that because there's going to be leaks all over the internet. So thank goodness we all get to see it a week earlier than scheduled. But Spider-Man Far From Home, it didn't really show if Tony is dead, alive, or what form he's in right now. There is rumors that he's going to be coming back as a like, I don't even know, like a hologram, I guess, or kind of like a vision type thing of like he's not really human, but he's like a cyborg type thing. I've heard. I don't know. It sounds kind of weird. I'll do more of that in the Avengers Endgame trailer of like what do I think is going to be happening. But Spider-Man Far From Home, it was, then we go and we see him. He is packing for the school trip. Many people are thinking that it is the school trip that he was on the school bus going to, or that he's actually coming back to from in Avengers Infinity War. Because we did see him on a school bus, but we don't know if he was going to or from or what was going on. I think he was actually going to the field trip, and he was going to like the airport, and so and it would make sense for them to kind of since Endgame is how it ends. It's literally a few minutes before Spider-Man Far From Home picks up, so that would make kind of sense if they went back in time and had it so that he goes on his trip. But so we see him packing. If you look at the suitcase that he actually has, it has BFP, which is Benjamin Franklin Parker, which is his uncle who actually died. So this is a callback to his uncle. Thank goodness we didn't have to, relive watching the heartbreak of Ben Parker dying all over again in Spider-Man Spider-Man Homecoming. But this is supposed to be a callback to him, and apparently, if you actually look at the name of Benjamin Franklin Parker, he actually was supposed to be kind of like the founding like the guy who was the founding father, Benjamin Franklin himself. He was supposed to be kind of like the adaptation to the MCU of that until he died. So then Aunt May says, "Oh, you should probably pack your suit." It's Peter. Peter's like, "I don't really want to. I want to just have a nice, relaxing vacation with my friends." And then apparently, if you watch the international trailer, I'll leave a link down below for that one too. You see a little bit extra of him actually at the airport, and he stopped, and they have to check his bag. And they open it up, and there's a Spider-Man suit with a note saying, "You almost forgot this," from Aunt May. And Peter's convinced that he's gonna totally be busted, and they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, he's the Spider-Man!" And all they say is they pick out like the randomest thing out of there, and it's a banana. They pull out the banana and say, "This, no." And he's like, "Banana, no," and they're like, "No banana." And so it was like the weirdest scene ever for this trailer. I kind of hope it actually makes it into the movie, because I don't know, I feel like you need that kind of comedic relief after this after watching Endgame and then going to this and have probably some depressing moods in Spider-Man Far From Home. But so then next scene that was in the all trailers, I guess, it was he's on I want to say it was a gondola, because I think they said that he's going to Venice in this one. All I know is that he's in Europe. It's a Europe class trip apparently. Like, man, I want to go on a European class trip. Man, he's like lucky in this going on a European class trip. Man, my high school enough. Yeah, that's not like very nowhere with kind of kind of sketchy, man. Like, why are you stalking I think he's 17 in this movie. It actually is not confirmed how old he is. Because if you look at where he goes to his passport in the trailer, Marvel specifically went and erased the years on both when does it expire and when was he born and when was it given. I guess so. It's kind of to throw you off of like, ooh, is this going to be like a year after Endgame? Even though it's rumored that it's supposed to start right at the end of Endgame, but they could do it in Homecoming, which was they kind of picked it up after Avengers, like the first Avengers, they kind of picked it up and was like, hey, look at the villain is stealing stuff from like the Avengers. So I don't know, they could be doing that. But I highly doubt it. I feel like it's going to be picking up like right after Endgame, and it's going to be kind of moving kind of quickly after, like like how is the world after it? I don't know. It's kind of weird. I know there's not a lot of theories in this, but it's okay. There wasn't really anything to pick up theories on in this trailer. It was kind of just straightforward of this is what's going on. The only real theory is when. People have been talking about like when is it, like time wise, after, before. Everyone is so diehard convinced that it's going to be before the events of Endgame, and it's actually going to be before Infinity War. I don't think so. I think it's going to be picking up right after both movies, since Endgame is supposed to be right after Infinity War, and so then Spider-Man, and people are saying that no, that they believe that this is going to be still part of the MCU Phase 3, I think it is, even though they are saying that it's going to be the first movie in Phase 4. But yeah, then we see Nick Fury come in, sit there, kind of be like, hey, I need your help. But, not saying we need your help. He ends up tranquilizing Ned. And like, okay, now I'm going to talk to you in this dark room of yours. Saying, God, you're creepy and so sketchy and, creepy, God. But so then we see him going to, like, some hidden base. I'm going to say it is a secret SHIELD base. Kind of creepy. But I heard that Miranda Hill is coming back in this movie. You do actually see her in the trailer. You see her sitting there shooting one of the, like, I think people are saying it's the Elementals. I don't know, because I think the Elementals were humans before, like, I don't know. It's going to be really hard to kind of play that off. I don't know. But it looked like, in all honesty, it looked like more like Sandman, rather than, like, I think it's like Earthman or something. I don't even know what their names were. They were all bizarre. I don't even think I could pronounce them really. But you see that going on. We see them shooting, her and Nick Fury shooting at something made out of rocks. Like, geniuses, that's not going to do anything. It's rocks. But, it's okay. It's okay. And then by the end of the trailer, we actually see who is supposed to be the main villain of this movie, which is, I think his name is Mysterio. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't even know. I'm like 99% sure it's Mysterio, but, I could be pronouncing it so incorrectly. But he is rumored to be the villain of this movie. Though he does come off as a superhero in this trailer. He kind of comes in after Peter Parker is kind of like thrown back by Hydra Man. Yeah, as he's attacking like his friends there. Peter Parker's friends. And Mysterio comes in and sits there and he's like, "Oh, you don't want any part of this." And then kind of like is seen kind of battling Hydra Man. Everyone's convinced that he's going to secretly be the hero, or he's going to be the Tony of the Tony Stark of the movie. I don't really think so. I think Nick Fury's going to take up that role of the mentor for it. But I don't know. I also think that Mysterio is actually going to have, I can't remember what it's called, but it's what if you ever seen The Incredibles, what Syndrome in the movie has, he has, it was said that he has actually a disease where he believes that he's actually a superhero, but he does things and manipulates things to kind of play it out in his favor. And it's rumored that's what's going to be happening with Mysterio. He's going to kind of make it look like, hey, I'm actually the good guy here. And it's going to be like, no, you're actually not. You're actually the villain. If you actually look up Spider-Man Far From Home on Google and just read the description of it, you actually see that Mysterio is supposed to be the main villain of the whole movie. Because they say that they talk about it in the description online. I don't know, it was weird. But, and we also see 2 new suits in this movie. We see the, like, I think it's supposed to be like the stealth mode suit. I don't know what it's really called. But it's all black. When I first saw it, I thought it was going to be like, oh, that's how they're going to introduce Venom into it. But No, I guess not. There's actually a really big legal battle about that of Peter Parker coming into the Venom movies to kind of say that, I don't know, kind of connect it all together, but they kind of screwed that up by not having the snap in it or whatever. I don't know. So then, but apparently, if you look while he's wearing the black suit and he like knocks down the glasses, if you look at his eyes, he's apparently crying. If you look at it, it's rumored that they are going to do exactly what they did in the comics, which is they killed Ned in the comics. They actually killed him in Europe while he's on his Europe trip. They ended up killing him, and I was like, when I read that, I was like, oh god, no, please don't let them kill Ned. Like, I love Ned. He's like the random character in there. Like, I don't know, I just like him. I'd be so depressed. Like, kill him off. Then we also see the like very dark blue and red suit introduced in this movie that has not been worn at all. My big question about from this is, where's he getting these suits? Like, did Tony make them for him? And like before, if he does die in Endgame, did he kind of like leave them to Fury and say, "Hey, can you give this to him if I die?" Or like, I don't know. I highly doubt that Peter created them, because like, I don't know, he doesn't strike me as like the person who would just sit there and design his own suit. Because did you not see his original suit? It kind of sucked compared to like everyone, like all the other Spider-Mans, like all like Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire's, like I don't know, both their suits were actually like pretty good, and then here comes Tom Holland with his like weird like sweater and giant goggles to protect his eyes. I don't know, I didn't really like it. It was weird, but like I don't think he's going to be the one making the suit. But yeah, then the trailer ends with Flash going and saying like, oh, they're sitting there watching the news, watching Mysterio come in and kind of save the day, and he's like, oh, he's like the cross between Thor and Tony, Thor and Iron Man, and but he's like, but he isn't any no Spider-Man, and so like apparently he has kind of like a it's rumored that he has like a man crush on Spider-Man. There's so many stupid posts about this of their bromance going on, of how devastated he's going to be if Peter pulls off the mask and says, "Hey, it's actually me." But yeah, that was the whole trailer. Really, I don't know. There wasn't really anything in there that was kind of like, "Oh, whoa." Not like Endgame. All the Endgame trailers, like it's like whoa, and billions of theories come out. I know that a lot of people that I follow on YouTube who do like breakdowns, they're having actually a really hard time, like just like me, trying to actually find anything in the trailer. They're actually looking at like the small little details, saying like, hey, apparently like one of the comics was referenced in the movie if you look hard enough, I guess. But I don't know, it's really hard with this trailer because they didn't really give you anything. Because, well, how could they really give you anything? Because Endgame, and they didn't really want to spoil Endgame. But yeah, but also one other thing that was in the trailer that I almost totally forgot to talk about was the if you look behind it, if you look behind Peter, because he's sitting there swinging by it, if you look behind it, it's going under construction. We already knew that the building was sold in Homecoming, and so now the new buyers are actually doing something with it. It's rumored of who might be taking over. It could possibly be the Fantastic Four taking over and becoming the Baxter Building, or it could be Norman Osborn building Oscorp. I kind of hope they don't do Oscorp because kind of let that die. Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2, kind of killed that idea. So I kind of hope it's not Oscorp and they're trying to bring in the Green Goblin. Though I heard that they are trying to, because they are wanting to do a Sinister Six movie. I don't know. I kind of think it would be kind of stupid. I'd rather have Fantastic Four be brought in, because they could do so much more. And if they do make another like Avengers movie, they could have it of Fantastic Four is now joining them, which would kind of be cool. I don't know. I would like to see that more than watching Spider-Man fight the Green Goblin again for like the third time. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it's going to be Baxter Building, or do you think it's going to be Oscorp? Or do you just hope it's some random person and it's not going to have any significance to the whole movie at all? Leave it down in the comments down below of what you actually believe. But yeah, so that was pretty much the whole trailer. There wasn't really much to talk about, but you know. But I will be getting out a video hopefully later today of the Avengers Endgame Super Bowl trailer, clip, and saying all my random theories about that, because, you know, I have a whole bunch of them. But yeah, if you guys have not subscribed to me, hit the subscribe button down below. If you want to watch me do anything else other than talk about trailers or movies or, you know, Walking Dead, even though, you know, Walking Dead isn't really being talked about right now because I can't watch it, but, you know, it's okay. Leave it down in the comments down below of what you actually want to watch me do or talk about. But yeah, but I will catch you guys on the next video. See ya!